What is up? Crazy late here. About a billion things happened over the past hour, so I was not able to start streaming when I wanted to, but we're getting into it now. And I can't even stream for that long, but it's fine. We be auditing. We be auditing. What is up, y'all? Woo! How we doing? Happy Saturday. Friday. I'm losing my shit, losing my mind. Hope y'all had a great week. I'm only got another hour in me to audit, and then I got a boogie. And then I'm tomorrow I am auditing pretty much all day, starting around noon Eastern. Hopefully production doesn't, get destroyed again. Hopefully we'll be good. But yeah, we've had a really productive first week of auditing. I mean, that's the crazy part. We've only really been auditing. This is day 4 of auditing. Or 3.5, because Tuesday I really only audited half the day. And yeah, feeling really good. So us and the team, we've found a ton of different invariants that break in the system, which is great. We can give that feedback to the client, give that feedback back to these guys, tell them, hey, here's what we found. And we've got a testing suite that we can give them, be like, hey, here's how you can say safer moving forward, right? So that's something that I think is really, really good, especially on our team, that we have. We have a bunch of really, really intelligent manual auditors, but we are also all coders ourselves. So we can build these test suites. We can protect them from running into these in the future. We say, here you go. Here's how you not only stay safer, but here's how you level up your code base as well. So obviously I'm no stranger to doing that. I've done 100 trainings in my time, but yeah, it feels good to be able to provide that value. So earlier today, we were going down the rabbit hole of this bytes thing. That's this bytes thing and how they're packing the reserves data into kind of this 32 byte little area. And for the next hour, I'm going to try to write a proof of code to say, hey, this is actually an issue. If the reserves balance gets too high, somebody could flash loan, dump a whole lot more tokens into the system. That would the protocol itself can only count to a certain number, so it would think that there's way less money in the protocol than there is, and then somebody could steal the funds, pay back their flash loan, and be good to go. So that's what we're going to be trying to do today. I'm very excited to give it a whirl, and let's see how we do. So with that being said, let's jump into the audit. We're only going to be doing this for an hour, like I said, but tomorrow we will be back at it again. So I know this is going to be broken. Oh, no, it's not broken. Huzzah. All right. I'm going to sit down, turning off the lights. No more lights, no more camera, no more action. We're going to get into this. 1 hour to write some proof of codes. And then I'm going to bounce boogie and bump on out of here. Gonna get all set up. Got my decaf coffee. Yeah, so I spoke with Hans and Alex on this issue. They said the same thing. Yep, looks dope. Let's see if we can actually do an exploit with this, right? Because there's a good chance that all these little bytes things that I'm finding are not a big deal. So, but they might be, and we're gonna find out. It seems, in theory, they are a big deal. Anyways, okay, let's these are just some random notes I had with Alex. on conditional invariance. All right. So what are we doing? This is the test we just wrote. It clearly fails. So now let's see function. No, we're gonna need to do the well. So let's see what we want to do. So we're gonna have user one add liquidity. Add a lot of liquidity. Here's the hypothetical exploit. User one adds a lot of liquidity. User two flash loans adds liquidity. Protocol thinks it has way less than it has. User two skims, removes liquidity, profits. All right, so let's try to do this. Function test over reserve test. Protocol doesn't. Protocol thinks it has less money than it does. It's kind of a terrible thing. But so, okay, so we're going to say address user one, address victim, address attacker equals address 0x2. Let's go over here, forge test session. This should, I just want to see if everything compiles at least. Okay, cool. Okay. So now, what do I get? So now I want to see. The user add liquidity. Test Patrick just so I can find this easier. Unit array memory amounts equals tokens at length. So I think how many tokens? Set up well too. Okay, so there's gonna be 2 tokens. This person's gonna do, yep, we're gonna do this as well. Let's put this someplace else. Let's revert. Okay, let's do this. Let's add it here so I can kind of copy this one. So we're adding 1 token, adding 1 token of liquidity. And then we can do vm.startPrank user. Now we should be able to do well.add liquidity. Amounts, LP amount out. Where are they getting this? How are they calculating this? Victim. What's this last one? Add liquidity. Add liquidity. Deadline. Okay, so no deadline. Doctor timestamp is greater than deadline. Doing 0 for a deadline? How does that even work? Oh, it's the max. Okay, cool. Deadline's the max. So we're gonna add liquidity. LP out amount. Get add liquidity out. Let's do this. So we'll do unit 256. LP amount out equals well dot this. Where did I don't want that? Liquidity out. Tokens amount in. So we'll do amounts. VM.prank victim. Victim. Okay, cool. VM.stop prank. Great. Now we'll start the prank attacker. So this is not enough. So 1,000. So we need it to be a lot, right? So we need it to be this fucking much. We need it to be this big number. Let's do, how many decimals are on our tokens? So what are our tokens? Are there, of course there are IRC 20s. Tokens. Liquidity helper. Where are we getting this tokens from? It's probably in setup well. Tokens. Just liquidity. Well.tokens. Where are we getting tokens from? Where's tokens being defined? Test helper. Oh, duh, right here. Okay, so tokens. Okay, setup well. Tokens equals tokens. Setup well. Tokens equals tokens. Setup well. Setup well. Right here. So tokens equals tokens. Setup well. Tokens equals tokens. So we call setup well 2. Deploy pumps returns tokens. No. Setup well pumps. Deploy mock tokens. N. Deploy mock token. New mock token. How many decimals in the mock token? 18 decimals in the mock token. Okay. Probably could have figured that out an easier way. But 18 decimals in the mock token. And good afternoon to everybody, by the way. Hopefully your Friday has gone fruitful. So I wasn't able to stream nearly as much as I wanted to. Start prank attacker. What are we going to do? So this is too small, right? That's what we're finding. So this is going to be, it needs to be this, big ass number. So I need to have our user, oh, we need to mint our user some tokens. What is the mock token? Is there a mint function? Okay, mint. Okay, cool. I'm going to mint. VM.prank victim. Then we're going to say tokens of I.mint mock token account amount. Oh, I didn't even need to do, I don't even need to print it up. Mint victim. And the amount is going to be this pretty close to this giant number. So we could probably even do like this. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. See if this works. You went 256. Giant number goes boom. Three, 4. The limit is this. Some giant freaking number. 18 decibels in the mock. Tokens I. Mint not found visible. I years for 20. Ah, okay. So we need to tell them that this is a mock token. Just helper. Is there an iMock token? No, there's just mock token. So let's do that. I'll do import mock token from where is mock token? Mox tokens token. Mox tokens. Mock token. And then we'll say this is a mock token. I gotta do this shit. Address. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do giant number. Amount. Giant number. Maybe we just try this, see how this works. So this is a ton of liquidity we're trying to add to this protocol. I think this should work. I mean, unless I spell the name wrong. Arithmetic under overflow. So this is already good. So where is this under / overflowing? It's calc LP token supply. Oh my God, this is that same issue that we saw before, actually. Fuck, I forgot about this. Get add liquidity out. Forgot about this issue. If we just do 1018. Okay. 18. I mean, that might be good if you can't even deposit that much. Mock token. BM'd up prank. Tokens. Tokens. Approve. That. Cool. Now this should work. Okay, good. But it says get liquidity, add liquidity out. It's going to be an issue. What if we just, I mean, the LP amount out doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's 256 LP amount out. What if we just do one E18? That's probably fine. Now we do this now. We don't even call, get out. It's still gonna have an issue. So yeah, calc LP token supply. Yep. Constant product. 2 calc LP token supply. Reserves of 0 times reserves of 1. This runs into an issue. Wow, so how do I get that? Get add liquidity out. Minus the total supply. I think this is where it fails, right? Because the total supply is more, I believe. No, it's this function that's failing. Reserves 0 times reserves of 1. Maybe you can't even get a big number because it just doesn't work. Because reserves times reserves. Okay, maybe that makes sense. It's like accidentally saving itself from this attack. Yep, okay. Right, so it's multiplying. I think that's the issue. So it's multiplying those two together. Should. I think that's an overflow. That times. So now if we do this times 1E12, that's where it doesn't work. Valid rational number. Yeah, okay. So let's do type uint 256.max. Or type uint 256.max. So let's do this number divided by 1E12. Sure. Okay, so this is the highest number that we can get. Let's do some math here. If we try to add too much, the constant product formula will overflow. So we need to add a lot, but much less than the constant product overflowing. Type units 256 dot max divided by 1 e12 equals this. So the square root of this. We have to have a square root function. Shit. Let's get log 2. Fuck. Let's work now. All right, cool. So now we can do six square root equals. So we want this. Okay. Of that is this. Biggest number we can. Hopefully this is still big enough that we can get the exploit to work. This is hundred thousands, millions, trillions, billions. Oh shit. This is 1, 2, 3, decimal, 4, 5, 6, decimal. It's like a decimal here, so this is really like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. So 340 trillion. This is like a realistic amount, actually, versus our giant number, which is 6 hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, gazillions, billions, or whatever that is. Yeah, agreed. Chisel's dope. I'm a big fan of Chisel. Like, yeah, not having to go to like Remix to test some of this like smaller stuff. Yeah, Chisel's what's up. Big fan of Chisel. All right, so now we have a giant number. I think this should be able to work now, right? Like, I don't think we'll get the arithmetic overflow. Well, no, we still get it. console. Still too big. Maybe we're just off by like 1 or something. Because if we go to constant product, maybe we're like just barely over. Meant add liquidity, update, transfer, console party, console. So it's doing console, and then it's just like kicking out here. So, oops. So this is probably, let's just do like -1. Giant number, -1E. Let's just do this. Let's try this. And that should be plenty. What is Chisel? Chisel is a tool that comes with Foundry. It's this that I'm playing with down here. It allows me to just like do Solidity in like what's called like a REPL, I believe. Just like do Solidity stuff. So I can do like uint256 cat equals 1. Well, already defined cat. Dog equals 1, and be like dog plus cat. Get an output like that, right? So, and it gives you the hex and the decimal, which is actually dope. I'm still getting the... Yeah, it's really cool. This is still overflowing? The fuck? Minus 1,000, million, billion, trillion. Minus a trillion. So instead of 340 trillion, this is now 339 trillion. Okay, that works. Nice. IDK, how much to subtract? Sure, whatever, doesn't matter. Good. So we've done some proof. Now we can add liquidity. And we can also probably do this now, actually. Mm-hmm. We can indeed. So now we can be the attacker. So what do we want to do? They've got a lot of liquidity in here. They've got a lot of LP tokens that they could pull out, but they're not going to be able to pull them out because somebody's going to steal all their money. Constant product 2.sol. So yeah, okay. So we can even do like console.log victims LP balance. Do fucking console. Stupid. Import console. Victims LP balance. Well, the balance of victim. Console.log. Wells. Token 0 balance. Token 1 balance. I think we just do VV and that should be good. Excellent. Boom. LP balance. Well. Beautiful. Now. It's not going to work, actually. Holy shit. I'm so dumb. I need a different constant product formula. Shit. We're just going to do this. Fuck it. Just to see if I can run this attack. So, because right now we're adding, giant number is this, and the limit is that. So we're this many decimals off. We're kind of off by a lot, actually. Oh, well, that's fine, actually, because if we do cast to base hex, this is this, and if we go to lib, necessary bytes, lib, so that's fine. Ooh, that's big enough because it'll cut off those. Hey, Patrick, have you used the Foundry debugger when auditing? It looks cool, but I haven't seen anyone use it. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I was using it a little bit yesterday. What kind of code completion suggestion plug are you using? Looks freakishly good. This is GitHub Copilot. Yeah, it's pretty good. So if this is my number, so it's going to cut these off. So let's say constant product. So I probably could even do it a smaller number. Okay, so this should work now. Beanstalk start attack. Beanstalk. So now I'm going to add liquidity. So let's do this now. So we're not going to use giant number. We're going to use a much smaller number. So how much liquidity do we have in here now? What extensions do you have? Hard hat, Solidity, GitHub Copilot. That's pretty much it. Why is this taking all day to freaking compile? Thank you. So we have this much in here. And the max is this much. If this is the limit, I need to only add. I need to add a lot, actually. Fuck. Yikes. This won't work. Fuck, this isn't gonna work. Fuck. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah. Even with my shitty. This calc LP token supply. Reserves, time reserves, square root. What if I just do this? I think they did something with quadratic or nonlinear constant function AMMs. We could do a mock quadratic well. We do calc token supply price. Oh, so we do like this. Maybe this is a better one. This is like a quadratic well instead. Byte storage too large. Whoa. That's what I wanted, actually. That's good. Byte storage too large. Where is this? Oh, it requires it's less than a UINT 128. How did I fucking miss this? Well, this just ruins my whole theory, guys. This is exactly what I was trying to do. I think it, wow, this is kind of neat, guys. So how does it get here? Add liquidity is failing because byte storage too large. There's too much. Too much. So when do they call this? Set reserves. It's set reserves that fails though. Reserves, store you in 256. Close the reserves here. So this is at the end. Lib. So this store last reserves. So it doesn't check here. It only checks on this one later on. So if you don't call, so if you call store last reserve, but you don't call set reserves, who calls store last reserves? It's the fucking update function. So if the pump calls store last reserve, so I need to just call it on the pump here. So this is probably a low severity. Unless, can I just send it tokens? Call update on the pump. Look at well.sol. Function skim. Get reserves. Function add liquidity. So we're always calling set reserves at the end. Set reserves. Store UINT 128. Yep. No, I can still do it. I'm just picking the wrong number. Fuck. I'm all turned around. So it's too big. I just need to go. Store. You went. There we go. The bytes. So it just needs to be less than the max. So I'm just picking too big of a number. What if we just did type 28.max? What if we just do this? Okay, so I'm picking a too big number. That's what I'm doing. Let's try this again. Shit, it might be too small though. No, it's the perfect size. So this is the number I'm using. This is the, okay, so 856.max. This is the limit. So the limit is just a tad higher. But if I try to add more than this in, it'll kick out, right? But that's only because of this shit. The bytes. This is a low, yeah. Someone would have to make a really shitty contract. A really shitty well, basically. Because this catches it. Set reserves. Yeah, it gets caught someplace else. So this is definitely going to go in the report. I just don't really know how to articulate it. So this is a low. Low, maybe even medium. No, it's 100% a low. Pack reserves data store breaks a high enough. Redo this finding above. So I'm going to say Liblash. Check for this is the pump. No, wait. So let's go to libbytes for a second. So fuck, let's say the protocol implements this shittily. Let's try this now. Let's say there's a shitty well. Oh, come on. Calc LP token supply. It's not failing. How is this? How is this? Oh no, that passed. What's the failing call? Get add liquidity out. How the fuck is that one failing? Custom products. I mean, it's a low. It's a fucking low. It's a low. Okay. There's no check for. Check for reserves being too large. And then I gotta go after every liquidity event and swap. The pumps are called and updated. To update the impact, a poorly created well can cause a pump pumps are called outdated. To update the pump, they use the this packs the data of the reserve data into to bytes 32 slots in storage. They look as such. First 1 byte for reserves array length, 5 bytes for timestamp, 16 bytes for each reserve balance. This adds to 22 bytes, but the function also attempts to pack the second reserve balance in the bytes 32 object as well. Of course, this would mean the bytes 32 would need 1 plus 1 length 5 timestamp plus 16 reserve balance 1 plus 16 reserve balance 2 equals 16 plus 16 plus 5 plus 1 goes 38 bytes instead of 8 bytes. To do this, the function cuts off the last few bytes of the reserve balances. Using shifts. That code is located here. This means if the amount being stored is too large, the store and after reading the stored value, the actual stored value will be different than what was asked to be stored. You can see from this test, the libbytes.sol does seem to have a check on that looks like so. So in practice, as the wells and pumps are set up, this would flag this check. However, a well This library is called by the after every reserve update in the well. However, a well that doesn't have this check would additionally trigger the pumps, could additionally trigger pumps to cut off data, cut off reserve data, meaning prices would be incorrect. Oh, fuck. I just fucking. I think the mitigation is pretty much the same. Impact. As the code is currently set up, there are checks on the well and constant product that would prevent any flash loans from occurring, but a quadratic constant product formula and a well that doesn't have a check on the size of the reserves could potentially result in a incorrect storing of reserve data in the pump. This would be an Oracle manipulation attack. Because this requires a well reserves the unit 8N add a check on the size of reserves in additionally So it's probably a low, but it's like a pretty important low. Yo, what's up? I'm leaving. I'm late. So it's probably it's a low. It's like maybe a medium, but you just need all this very specific. It's like it's maybe a medium. It's maybe a medium. You just need all this very specific stuff to happen. But in any case, I mean, to me, the thing that needs to happen though is uh lib like this. These two tests need to pass. So because the library currently does not do what it should do, so it's not correct, which is fine. It's super edge case, but it's going to go in the report. It maybe is a low. I'm going to talk with it maybe is a medium. I'm going to talk with the team. You do need a quadratic constant product formula. You do need a well that does not check the reserves balance. Excuse me. You need a well that doesn't check the reserves as less than a uint 128. And with the combination of those, it's like, all right, like it's super specific that you need, but I mean, it is an edge case nonetheless. So how did you learn to use Foundry Debugger? There's not much resources on how to use it. Here's how you use it. And the way I learned how to use it was I just kept fucking with it until I got it. But here's what you do. Forge, test, dash debug, put your test in. Or your function or whatever. I don't like the forge debug keyword. I like forge test dash debug. And then I really gotta bounce. I'm late. And now you're in the debugger. And then all your stuff at the bottom here will help you kind of move forward, move backwards. I'm super familiar with like how these opcodes and stuff work. So I've been able to kind of go through it. You can go to the next step. You can go to different jump destinations, right? So like kind of walk through the code, and then obviously if you go too far, it'll exit out, but that's how you use it. So thanks all. This is the last stream of the day. I'm going to continue tomorrow. See you then. Bye all.